Daniel 2:43. As you saw iron mixed with ceramic clay, they will mingle with the seed of men, but they will not adhere to one another, just as iron does not mix with clay. Last week we saw the last part of the statue of Nebuchadnezzar's dream brought to light. The feet, which are made of iron and clay, revealed the powers of today, who find their origins in the rising from the ruins of the Roman Empire. That iron is present shows how from 476 AD until today, these European nations would attempt time and time again to form a neo-Roman empire. From the Holy Roman Empire started under the reign of Charlemagne in 800 AD, to Napoleon's desire for continental conquest in the late 18th and early 19th centuries, to Hitler's desires for a Third Reich during the middle of the 20th century, and even into today's European Union, there have been only unsuccessful attempts to reestablish what Rome had uniquely created. Even World War I can be seen as a fulfillment of the idea of the mingling of the seed of men, as most of the nations involved had royal families which were related to one another. Yet even this did not prevent the massive bloodshed and loss of life which occurred. Yet there is another power which arose during the fall of the Roman Empire, or more properly called pagan Rome. The power which also rose to ascendancy during this time was papal Rome, or the papacy, and she exercises great influence over the secular powers of this current portion of the statue. The papacy also struggles with the problems of being a combination of strong and weak forces. But where the secular powers often fail, she succeeds as she relies on the use of legislation to enforce her desires upon the world. Like pagan Rome before her, she is content to seek a bowing of the knee through diplomacy, but fail to comply, and the secular powers and their armies are hers to direct in bringing about the desired outcomes. But one final thought comes to mind in looking at this composite of iron and clay. It is chaotic. This truly describes the world in which we live today, a world where God is little thought of, a world where ideologies vastly different from those of the Bible and from each other, vying for our attention. Certainly there must be a conclusion to this madness. Join me next week when we look at God's solution to the problems faced, not only in the world today, but problems which have plagued humanity since the rebellion of sin overtook this world. Till next week, Maranatha.